So the S&P 500 is in a technical bull market. So good time to get technical with Yahoo Finance's Jared Blikre from the New York Stock Exchange. Hey, Jared.
Well, technically speaking, yes, we are in a bull market. I want to examine some of the biggest winners this year, and we know a lot of those winners are in the AI category. We're talking about names we know like like Nvidia, like Alphabet, like Microsoft as well. But I was looking at the S&P 500, some of the biggest winners this year. Tesla's in there, not a surprise. That's up almost 100%. AMD, not a surprise because that is a chip company, up about 90%. Royal Caribbean fills out the number 5 spot. That's up 85%. Then you have GE. That's been off my list for several years. That's up about 60% this year. Carnival up over 60%. Salesforce over 60%. Well, and then finally, Pulte Group, and I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but P-U-L-T-E, residential construction name. It's just getting a little bit more broad-based, and so we're thinking back to that expansion of the rally last Friday, not last Friday, but the week before on that non-farm payroll, and is that going to stick? Another comment that really resonated with me from a guest prior was that this would be, if we are in a new bull market right now, this would be the most unloved bull market, or a start to a bull market that we've seen in decades, maybe ever. I went through global financial crisis, some of the big ones like the dot-com bubble, as well as some of the smaller ones, even some of the smaller pullbacks. Typically at the beginning of these things, and this would have been traced back to October because that's when we had the lows, everything goes up. And then you have a period of consolidation, pullback, people don't believe this is a new bull market, and then things start getting narrowed and more selective. What we did this time is we started the opposite way. This is assuming that we're still in a bull market, but the opposite way would be we're starting out with a few narrow names and now we're expanding. So it doesn't mean this doesn't have to be the case, but historically it would be very unusual. Couple more things I want to point out here. Indices are getting very stretched, even the S&P 500, which was not as stretched as the NASDAQ. If you take a look at the S&P 500 relative to its 50-day moving average, getting very well extended. Bespoke has a couple of notes and graphics out on this, but basically we could be due for a mean reversion, and that would just mean price either has to come down or price has to stay level and a correction in time has to occur. Haven't seen either of those things pan out just yet. Bottom line, market overall probably due for a pause or a pullback. Or what could happen is if this rotation continues, we could just see select pockets of the market advance while other ones take pauses. So all in all, we do have some momentum to the upside. We have this huge CPI report due out tomorrow. Going to be a lot of headline risk from that, as well as the Fed report. So enjoy today because things get a little messy starting tomorrow morning.
We will see. Thanks so much, Jared. We'll brace ourselves.